Hello, everyone joining us today. We're going to give it just a couple of minutes here, let some more people join, and we'll kick it off real shortly. All right, looks like our attendance stickers kind of leveling off a little bit, so we're going to kick it off. I'm Brett Kozlowski, Senior Technical Trainer for Snap One. I'm joined here today with Alex and Jason with Clara Shades. Please, if you have any questions for either Alex or Jason, just use the Q&A and type it in, and we'll cover all your questions at the end of the session. As well as this session will be posted on the Snap One YouTube site, usually within, about 24 hours or so. But I'm going to hand it off to Jason first, and he's going to take us on this real cool journey through the Clara Outdoor Shade line. Take it away, Jason.
Thank you so much, Brett, for that introduction. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Over the last 6 months, we've had the pleasure of visiting every Snap store and meeting partners nationwide to introduce Clara Shades. In this session, we will focus specifically on outdoor living. For those of you who joined our live training, today's webinar will focus specifically, or we will dive deep, into the outdoor shade offering. We truly appreciate you taking the time from your busy schedules to be here with us. Our goal is to help you discover new opportunities and, more importantly, to enhance revenue generation within your business. Thank you for your engagement and dedication. Today, I'm excited to highlight the ongoing and exclusive partnership we have with Snap One. For more than a year now, Clara Shades have been available solely through Snap One, a collaboration that has allowed us to provide specialized services designed to meet the unique needs of our partners. This partnership reaffirms our commitment to excellence and ensures that every product delivered is one of premium quality. We value your ongoing support as we continue to enhance this fruitful collaboration. Now, one way to take advantage of Snap One's partner reward program is by selling Clara Shades. That's right. For every dollar spent, you earn 3 rewards points, which is 3 times more than the other shade offering. This reward system is designed to benefit you directly, further enhancing the value of choosing Clara Shades for your projects and sales initiatives. As I mentioned at the top, today's webinar is designed to dive deep into our outdoor shade collection. We'll discuss the features and specifications of Clara's outdoor shades and demonstrate how the installation process is more straightforward than you might expect. Later, we will also provide a walkthrough of how to create an outdoor shade on the dealer portal, which has been enhanced periodically with invaluable feedback from partners like you. Our goal is to continually improve this tool to ensure it effectively supports your sales efforts. Also mentioned at the top, at the end, we will host a live Q&A session. As you know, our industry is always growing. And at Clara, we are really excited to be a part of it. We are all about smart shades, and there are 6 principal advantages that make Clara stand out in the smart shade market. 1, our real expertise. 2, comprehensive support. 3, exceptional quality. 4, competitive pricing. 5, remarkable simplicity. And 6, our dealer portal. Clara Shades leads the way in providing innovative window covering solutions for a wide range of applications. Our products significantly enhance the comfort and visual appeal of both indoor and outdoor spaces. So whether it's for a single-family home, high-rise multi-dwelling units, commercial offices, or outdoor areas, our solutions equip dealers to deliver top-tier offerings, fully compatible with Control4 and other major home automation systems. Clara Shades ensure effortless integration and consistent performance, optimizing user convenience and satisfaction. Our goal is to simplify the process of selling and installing outdoor shades. Now, the joy of outdoor living is right around the corner, and there's no better time than now to start selling the complete outdoor living experience. Clara Outdoor Shades are the ultimate external screening solution for any outdoor area, and they're specifically designed for alfresco entertaining areas. An alfresco area, typically nestled under the overhanging roof, seamlessly integrates with the home structure and elevates its aesthetic appeal. Perfectly suited for exterior living spaces, Clara's Outdoor Shade provides privacy and protection from the sun, wind, rain, and insects. They offer stylish, secure, and robust alternatives to traditional awnings. Do your clients want more space to relax and entertain outdoors? Clara's Outdoor Shades provide both privacy and protection from the elements, making their outdoor living experience exceptional. Our outdoor collection stands up to the elements with solar screens designed for outdoor use. These fabrics maintain visibility while shielding against intense sunlight, rain, wind, and insects. Your clients can operate their shades easily and conveniently at the touch of a button. Now it's time to take a closer look. I'd like to hand things over to Alex so he can fill you in more about the product.
Thank you, Jason. Let's talk about the product itself and look at some of the specifications that make the Clara Outdoor Shade so unique. The Outdoor Shade have enclosed or open roll configuration, both with hardware that have an exterior graded powder coated finish. Ultra Lock technology locks the shade securely, maintaining fabric tightness and resisting tempering. Adjustable inner rails offer installation flexibility, even in out-of-squares areas. Our Clara Outdoor Shades combine zip-fet and ultra-lock technologies for superior performance. Moreover, our shades are equipped with obstacle detection technology, which automatically retracts the shade if it encounters an obstruction during closure, thereby increasing safety. This feature helps prevent harm to children and pets by stopping the shade from moving downward when an object is detected. Clara Outdoor Shades feature innovative zip technology, providing hidden fabric retention for enhanced durability and aesthetics. In this short video, we will explore two of these standout features. The Ultralock system features a robust, heavy-duty latching pin combined with a hidden, integrated design that ensures a reliable solution, which comes assembled for a quick and easy installation. Unlike any other solution, the patented technology of the Ultralock achieves automatic one-action lock and tensioning. The zip lock technology is discreetly integrated within the side rails, firmly securing the fabric in place for a clean, streamlined look. This precise system guarantees no gaps between the fabric and the rails, ensuring smooth and effortless operation. Clara Outdoor Shades also feature advanced zip reducers, which are specifically designed to manage zip buildup, preventing fabric ripples. This detail sets us apart from many competitors who may not incorporate such technology, often resulting in fabric that ripples when rolled up and appears wavy when rolled down. Our outdoor shades are equipped with S-Line powered by the Somfy AC motors featuring RTS communication. These motors operate on 120 volt. They utilize Somfy RTS for wireless control, ensuring ease of use. The S-Line is comprehensive and integrates seamlessly with most home automation systems, including Control4, URC, and RTI. Integration can be done with the Bond Bridge or the Taoma. At Clara Shades, we consistently align our offerings with market demands, and our fabric collections perfectly reflect this commitment. Similar to our modern and deco collections, we've simplified fabric selection by narrowing down the choices to cover 90% of market preferences. Our outdoor collection offers two levels of transparency available in 9 distinct colors. This streamlined approach ensures that selecting the right fabric for outdoor project is straightforward and effective. The Clara Outdoor Shade is engineered with durable hardware specifically designed for expensive areas, making it an ideal choice for larger external spaces, whether residential or commercial. This product offers a chance to achieve grander and more visually appealing shading solutions. The elegantly designed shade box conceals the components, enhancing the overall aesthetic while also protecting the fabric roll. The shade box features color-matched end plates, external-grade stainless steel, and zinc-plated hardware, as well as bearing idlers for frictionless operation. This robust design not only ensures durability, but also maintains a clean, simplified aesthetic. The outdoor shade box is sized at 5 by 5 inches. When setting up in a pocket, it's recommended to leave enough space to insert the hardware and be able to work around it. Similar to indoor shades, the entire system can be recessed. However, it's important to note that the weight bar cannot retract into the shade box, therefore requiring you to secure enough room in the pocket to recess the entire system. For an open roll pocket, the required dimensions are 6 inches wide by 10 inches high. For an enclosed pocket with a fascia cover, the necessary space is 10 inches wide by 10 inches high. Through the Clara portal, standard shades are available in widths up to 16 feet and drops of 10 feet, fitting most spaces effectively. For larger areas, custom dimensions can be ordered up to 23 feet wide and 16 feet in drop, easily requested directly through the portal. For specific installation needs, we offer a cable-guided version of our shade available through custom requests on the portal. This system includes a locking mechanism to maintain tension and ensure robustness in the shade. The Beaufort wind force scale estimates wind strain based on its observed effects on the environment. Clara outdoor shades are crafted with durable hardware designed to span large distances and provide substantial coverage. They are an ideal solution for large external application up to 19 feet, handling winds up to 24 miles per hour on the grade 5 scale. For smaller setups up to 13 feet, they can withstand a wind speeds of 31 miles per hour, corresponding on the grade 6 scale. Next, we will watch a video available in the tutorial section of the portal. It serves as an excellent resource for demonstrating the quality of our shades to potential clients. In the second half of the video, you'll see a stress test performed in a controlled environment. With these impressive results, it's always recommended to raise your speed when the wind is above 31 miles per hour. And to help you do so, the wind sensor is available for purchase in the Add Accessories section of the Clara portal. This 24-volt DC device can be plugged in outdoors or connected via a 16-2 wire. It features an adjustable knob that allows you to set the wind speed threshold from 6 to 31 miles per hour. For accurate settings, please refer to the Beaufort scale to select the appropriate wind speed threshold based on the size of your shade. Jason, back to you.
Thanks, Alex. I mean, I've seen that video several times. I am always impressed with just how incredibly well built the shade is. In this next section, we will review how to properly measure and install Clara's outdoor shades. We will make sure to take the time and explain the product and demystify the installation process. It's actually much easier than most people expect. Our product was developed with ease of installation in mind. A key step in any successful shading project begins with taking proper measurements. Let's start by determining if this system will be installed as an inside or outside mount, as this will be required to provide the final measurements you will enter on Clara's portal. Now that the mount type is known, you can begin taking measurements. Begin by taking 3 width measurements of the opening, one at the top, middle, and bottom, and enter them into boxes 1, 2, and 3 of the measurement guide form. Now that the width measurements are noted, take 3 measurements for the height of the system, left, center, and right. Important here, measure from the highest point of the floor to the top of the shade enclosure. Note these sizes in box 4, 5, and 6. Now, the reason I said the highest point on the floor is because the hem bar must be installed perfectly level, and therefore it cannot go lower than the highest point on the floor. This is to ensure the catch of the ultra-lock mechanism. When it comes to an inside mount, take a depth measurement and note that in box 7. Now, be aware that to have a fully recessed inside mount shade, you require a minimum depth of 5 inches. With the proper measurements taken, follow the appropriate calculations at the bottom of the form. Left side for inside mount and right side for outside mount. Finally, when installing on concrete, solid or hollow brick, masonry or natural stone, ensure there is enough distance from the edge for the fasteners. Let's take the time to watch this short video. Now that the measurements and ordering is done, the excitement will begin when the Clara Shade arrives, and it will come in 3 separate boxes. The first one will house the shade box itself, for which you must pre-drill all screw holes where appropriate for your installation, and an opening to bring out the power whip. The second box is the shade itself with a heavy-duty hem bar. And the third box is all the side rails and attachments. So let's begin by installing the shade box. The universal brackets allow for either face, top, or side fix applications. Determining the type of install will be based on the type of mount, as well as the substrate you are screwing into. Keep in mind, we always suggest to use the most solid attachment possible, given the weight of the Clara Outdoor Shade. A proper installation involves the shade box being installed level and solidly attached to the structure. Now that the shade box is properly installed, start by inserting the motor end of the roller into its socket. Then, swing the idler end into its slot. Now, you may need to apply some effort to push the idler pin into the adapter. A noticeable click will indicate that the component is correctly placed. Once the roller is correctly installed, proceed to insert the idler end pin lock. Make sure to screw the pin lock securely to the roller in place to avoid the idler from unlatching. To complete the installation of the fabric roll and motor into the shade box, go to the motor end side, make sure to completely feed your power cable through the pre-drilled hole done earlier, Then position the attachment ring securely around the motor head and tighten the supplied screw. This will ensure the motor will not unlatch. Now, you can power up the motor and begin commissioning the shade. When operating the shade for the first time, fully close and reopen the shade 3 to 4 times to allow the fabric to settle into its natural position. Once the fabric is settled, bring the shade to its open position, leaving the hem bar a few inches from the roll. So, in the case of an outside mount solution, we'll start by fixing the L fixing rail on either side of the shade box. The brackets on the shade box have a slot that allows for accurate side rail installation. You can now proceed by putting the first screw in at the top attachment point, at least 6 inches from the bottom of the shade box, and continue adding screws every 20 inches while keeping the L fixing rail plumb. The lowest fixing point should be no lower than 3 inches from the bottom of the L fixing rail. We'll continue now with the outside mount setup. With the L fixing rails securely in place, prepare to insert your U outer rail into the L fixing rail. To do this, slide your outer rail into the tabs at the bottom of the brackets on either side of the shade box. In the situation of an inside mount installation, there won't be any L fixing rails. With the U outer rails in place, both with inside and outside mount, you will need to pre-drill the holes to couple the outer rail to either the substrate you are mounting it to or to the L fixing bracket. For an outside mount install, proceed by riveting the outer rail to the L fixing rail from the outside in. For inside mount, proceed by securing the outer rail to the structure directly, using the screws based on the substrate you are screwing into. In both cases, the head of the fixing must not exceed the pocket designed for the coupling. All right, it's time to install the inner rails. Start by removing the stop at the top of the inner rail. Then, holding the inner rail at an angle, gently slide it into the outer rail while pushing upwards and simultaneously guiding the zipper into the funnel of the inner rail. Once properly aligned at the top, insert the remaining part of the inner rail into the outer rail, allowing it to nest in the outer rail. Replace the stop at the top of the inner rail and repeat this process for the other side. All right, we're getting there. Now that both inner rails are properly placed with the zip flowing freely in its channel, proceed by closing and opening the outdoor shade multiple times to allow the rails to position themselves. Now, this is an important point. The latch housing at the bottom of the U inner rails must be level to ensure the ultralock pins lock simultaneously. Because of the ultralock system, when running the shade up and down at first in the setup, we suggest that you do not fully close the shade. Please note, the inner rails allow for accommodation of an unsquare opening up to 3/8 of an inch on each side. With this leeway, the adjustable inner rails enable installation in even out of square areas. But it should not exceed the 3/8 of an inch limit on each side. Now, after running the shade three or four times, you are ready to secure the inner rails. To do so, you need to pre-drill the rivet holes. Another important point here, the coupling holes locations need to be in the vacant part of the inner rail behind the zip feed, but not beyond the end of the inner rails. Allowing the zipper to run freely in the front part of the inner rail and securing the inner rail and outer rail together. Let's begin by raising the shade and securing the inner rails 6 inches from the bottom of the shade box on both sides using rivets. Then lower the shade and attach the U inner rails 3 inches from the bottom on both sides, also using rivets. Next, move the shade to subsequent fixing points and secure the inner rails along the shade's length on both sides. Ensure the inner rail is in its natural position without forcing it, and place a rivet every 20 inches to complete the installation. Now with the hardware installed, it's time to commission and test your outdoor shade. Begin by setting the upper and lower limits, including your locking and release positions. You can refer to the S-Line Outdoor Programming Guide available directly on the dealer portal. Once fully commissioned, open and close the shade multiple times, paying close attention to make sure you don't see any snagging while in motion. For a finishing touch on an enclosed shade, all you have to do is simply clip the fascia cover onto the box, and congratulations, you've successfully installed a Clara outdoor shade. Now I'd like to show a quick video on how to maintain an outdoor shade.
Now let's take a closer look at our Clara dealer portal, where you can easily quote and order outdoor shades. Our dealer portal is accessible not only on desktop computers, but also on tablets and mobile devices, ensuring easy access when you're working remotely at job sites. This tool was specifically designed with Clara Shade dealers in mind, aiming to make the quoting and ordering process extremely easy. Let's now take a look at how quickly a dealer can build an outdoor shade using our portal. So in quick quote, S-Line Outdoor 120 volt AC RTS, outdoor fabric 5%, 120 by 120, enclosed 5 outdoor glossy, and it's done. Completing this setup took just 10 seconds for the first shade. For each additional shade, it averages around 7 seconds. As you can see, this process is incredibly fast, demonstrating the efficiency and user-friendliness of our portal. You can effortlessly initiate a quote using the intuitive Clara Shades portal, designed for a user-friendly experience. If you have any questions about products or need assistance with a quote, feel free to book a Genius Squad session through the portal. Additionally, we've integrated a new help button directly within each project on the portal. This provides you with an easy, additional way to reach out to us. You can quickly ask questions or seek support directly through this feature, eliminating the need to make a call or send an email.
Now, with our commitment to excellence and innovation, you can truly see the difference in every aspect of our product offerings and services. We ensure that every project starts smoothly with our tailored pre-sales engineering consultations. After placing an order, our rapid lead times of 2 to 3 weeks for indoor shades and 4 to 6 weeks for outdoor shades enables dealers to meet their deadlines with ease. On site, partners can readily reach out to our 3-tiered support team via phone, email, or by scheduling a Genius Squad session, ensuring they will receive timely and effective assistance as required. Now, you can access affordable sample books and demo stands either through the portal or at any Snap store. Additionally, you can have access to marketing collateral and an embedded shade simulator, which can be integrated directly into your very own website. For our partners, we offer a 30% discount on demo orders, which includes 5 indoor and 1 outdoor shade, as well as 10% discount on your very first order to get things started on the right foot. Additionally, partners earn 3 points for every dollar spent, aligning with the reward system for Snap One's first-party products. Please remember to document any discounts in the project notes to ensure they are applied correctly. This is crucial for maintaining the integrity and accuracy of the ordering process. So, if you have any questions after today's session, please don't hesitate to call us or send an email to dealer@clarashades.com. Remember, you can also book a Genius session through the portal at any time. So, looking ahead, we have 2 more technical webinars scheduled in the coming months. These are fantastic opportunities for further learning and growth. So please keep an eye out for them. I'd now like to take the time to thank you all for joining us today. Your engagement and participation are greatly appreciated. We are now ready to open the floor for any questions you may have. So please, feel free to ask anything or share your thoughts.
Excellent. Thanks, Alex and Jason, for all that great information. Looks like we did have one question come in. I think you guys were too thorough. So are these shades appropriate for marine use on yachts?
So what I can say is it's hard to make a shade stronger and more outdoor, meant for outdoor than these shades. We talked about how coated it is. It's really meant to even be like on, in Florida near the ocean or in California near the ocean. But if you're on if you put one on a yacht, just make sure you respect the wind speed a little bit, like we saw with the Beaufort scale earlier today. So when the yacht is moving, just raise up the shades. But in a sunny day with a calm wind, I wouldn't see why you would not do it. There's another question here by Joel. Do you have an exterior demo kit yet? You can ask for one writing an email at dealer@clarashades.com. So if you want a small demo kit, if you just want pieces of hardware like the side rails or the brackets, just a small part of the fascia, you can ask for it. You send an email, dealer@clarashades.com. Or there's some dealers that what they did, they asked us by email, what's the minimum size you can do for an outdoor shades? I just want the smallest possible one and I'll build it a custom frame around it. That's an option too. Next, will one wind sensor work for multiple shades? The answer is yes, Jason. I don't know if you want to say something more about it.
Yeah, the only consideration needs to be that it has to be in range of the shade. Like there's, if they're really far apart, you may need to have multiple, but no, they can definitely control more than one shade.
Next, are these similar to bug screens? What I can tell you there is, so you said that there's 2 fabrics. There's the 5% and there's the 10% fabric. So of course, 10% have bigger holes than the 5%. but we're talking about like very extremely small holes. The 5% is around like 0.3 by 0.4 millimeters, and the 10% is around 0.5 by 0.5 millimeters. So we're talking about extremely small bugs. So it will stop mosquitoes for sure. So the answer is yes. And seriously, those holes are even smaller than some bug screens that exist out there. But the main purpose, the way it's created, it's also reflecting the sun, so in a glare-free way. So it's more than a bug screen, but it acts like one at the same time because how tiny the holes are.
Yeah, I
Haley
just
is
wanted.
asking. Okay, go
Sorry.
ahead, Jason. Sorry.
I just wanted to add that even though it is a tighter weave than a a typical bug screen, it's amazing that how well you can still see through it into the backyard, and like Alex was mentioning, it's not just for bugs, it's also for the sun, the wind, the rain. It's really going to make living outdoors a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. Haley is asking, does the wind sensor integrate into Control 4 to allow the automated closing of the shades? So the wind sensor is not connected to Control 4. It's talking to the shades, but the shades will be talking also to the hub, and the hub will be connected to your home automation system. Jason, if you want to go farther.
Yeah, so like you're saying, that you can use the wind sensor without Control 4. The communication is directly from the wind sensor to the shade, and it will maintain that shade in an open position as long as the wind speed is higher than the threshold level. So even if you had a control system that was set to send that shade down during for some automated reason, it sends the shade down. The sensor, if it's above the threshold, will send that shade right back up, protecting the shade, making sure that it's protected.
So next question. Can we find the installation videos and instructions anywhere for our techs? So the answer is yes on the Clara portal. There's even a 4-minute video on our portal that, all the step-by-step that Jason did earlier was images took from the guide itself. But there's a 4-minute video on the portal. It's a YouTube video that you can share with your tech. So all of those steps filmed by a team that installed a location with 3 shades, and the focus is on one of the shades. So it's an inside mount. The video is an inside mount install with the 120-volt outlet located next to it. So you'll have a lot of info just looking at it. But yes, everything you saw today is pretty much available on the portal, in the tutorial section or in the documentation section. And this video will be accessible too. Brett will talk about it later. So Charles now is asking, will this screen allow some breeze to pass? Jason?
Well, it's going to allow very minimal amount of breeze to pass, but one of the nice options, I mean, it wouldn't be ultra lock though. You could potentially stop the shade midway to prevent, the sun or block the sun and still allow a little bit more wind, because the fabric itself is really designed as quite a strong wind buffer. Obviously, a small amount of wind will pass.
Now Rudy's asking, can this be also a commercial solution for hotels or mainly for the residential market? And is there any type of certification needed to become a dealer and start selling Clara product? So let's talk about the first part of the question. So the indoor and outdoor shades we sell are sold in residential or commercial solutions. Both of them were done in the past. So the answer is yes. And do you need any certification? The answer is no. All you need to do is do the reseller application. You can go on www.clarashades.com. There's a become a dealer, and this will be redirected to your dedicated Snap store. You will have access to the Clara dealer portal. You will see the cost and MSRP for every product. and then no, you can book a Genius Squad to level up more if you need to. There's some people there's some partners here that have a lot of experience with indoor and outdoor shades already, but for some that are starting, we strongly suggest you book a Genius, and we can even look at the pictures you took from your project you're trying to bid on, and we'll go in depth with your particular projects. Now, Helly is asking, has there been any issues with the wind sensor overriding the control system and having the shade get stuck, even if it's not windy? So far, I didn't get any of that backup there. It's blocking. There's a normal function for the wind sensor to lock the shade for a certain time. Jason, if you want to go a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so basically we set a threshold anywhere between 6 and 31 miles per hour. And again, based on the size of the shade and you know, our recommendations based on the Beaufort wind scale, where you would want the shade to automatically open. Now, as long as the wind speed you know, remains higher than the threshold, the sensor is going to, you know, keep requesting that the shade stay open. Now, once the wind does drop below that threshold, I believe it's 60 seconds. I'd have to refer back to the documentation before you can issue the down command. And that's just in case, you know, the wind dies down for a brief moment, you try to close the shade, well, and then the wind picks right back up again because, you know, the windy condition hasn't ended. It will keep that shade open. But once the wind speed dies down, you'll be able to, you know, issue a down command. And no, we haven't had any calls at all where people were having problems with, you know, a conflict between the sensor and the control system when the wind condition was below the threshold level.
Thank you, Jason. Now, Justin is asking, can Clara Shades be integrated with Claire One? So, good question. For the outdoor shades, it will happen. When it will happen, it will be with the Zigbee line up through the Taoma. Okay, it's not released yet, but it will be released very soon. And I'm pretty sure, and that I will need to confirm later on, but I'm pretty sure with the Taoma, when this will be done, it will also work with the outdoor shades with the Taoma. But as you saw earlier in one of the slides, the range is bigger with the Bondbridge Pro when talking to the outdoor shades. Indoor shades, when it's Zigbee, it's another ball game. We have a presentation about indoor shades in a month. So another webinar like that, we'll dive more deeply into it. But when the outdoor shades, and one day outdoor shade will probably be Zigbee also, but right now it's still in RTS. When talking to the Taoma, it's a shorter range, so just make sure you're considering that if you do a Claire One integration with the outdoor shade later on when it's released. But keep an eye on it because it's supposed to be this summer that the integration pops out.
Excellent. Well, looks like we don't have any more questions in the queue.
Oh, one more.
Just had one pop up.
Yeah, what is required for Control 4 integration? So it's the Bondbridge Pro or the Taoma. Both of them will work. I suggest, because of a little bit of more range, maybe the Bondbridge Pro, especially if you want to put the hub inside, still keep it next to the wall of the outdoor shade, but it's also working between 25 feet and 50 feet, but 25 feet if there's a wall in between with the Taoma. So one or the other. There's two ways. There's two ways of making this integration works.
Yeah, and you can definitely reach out to us if you need any assistance in that respect as well.
Mm-hmm. So Bondbridge, the Bondbridge Pro is available on the Clara portal.
All right. Well, it looks like we have no more open questions. Thanks again, Alex and Jason. This is all great
There's one more that just popped.
One more popped up.
One more, Aaron, voice activation. So yes, again, with the Bondbridge Pro or with the Taoma, it works. Bondbridge Pro, I think it works with Alexa and Google Home, and the Taoma works with Alexa, Google Home, and Apple HomeKit. And sorry, there is Josh AI voice activation too available. If I have a 3-story home with shades on each level, where would you recommend installing the bond bridge? Second floor or third floor? So if there's a way to put it outside, first of all, the Bond Bridge Pro, I just want to say it can be PoE. So already you can bring up a cat cable at the right location with the Bond Bridge Pro, and it's PoE, so it's powered over the Ethernet cable. I would kind of try to put it in between, so in the range of, but it has the Bond Bridge Pro has a big range. So in both cases, I'm pretty sure it would work. But I always have the mentality of trying to put it midways in between. So you need to see those devices as like the center of a bubble of waves, right? In the end, walls and ceilings are kind of affecting the waves, but in an open area, it's like the communication is kind of around it. So you would have in the between, if it's possible. But if not, even if it's on the bottom floor, I'm pretty sure it would reach high. What you can always do too in your design is bring more than one cat cable, maybe to 2 locations. So you have a plan B. You have your plan A and your plan B. Jason again, just didn't know if the bond bridge single falls like Wi-Fi, so better off third floor, or if it emits eventually in all direction. When you look, there's even on the Bond Bridge Pro website, you can see pictures of the bubbles around it. So maybe if you see those drawings, go and look at them yourself. Yes, you can. I think if you put it as an access point, a little bit like a Wi-Fi access point, if you put it like that, I think the bubble is surely better from the under, but even from around it, it's still strong with our test results here in our labs. But for sure, there's like the natural direction is a little bit stronger. But it's such a powerful device that its range is big. Yeah, but you can look at their drawings.
All right, I think you have answered all the questions. Thanks again, Alex and Jason. Again, just want to remind everyone, this will get posted on the Snap One YouTube channel. Usually it's within about 24 hours or so. And I also want to thank you for taking your time today and learning about the Outdoor Clara Shade line.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you
everybody
very-
for coming and the great questions.
Excellent. Well, everyone have a great rest of your day. I appreciate all your time as always. Thank you.
Bye now.
Thank you, guys.